It looks like we've got a surprising new international friendship in the making, and it's between none other than Kate Middleton and Melania Trump. Yes, you heard that right. The Princess of Wales and the US First Lady seemed to hit it off in the most unexpected but genuine way during the recent state visit to the UK. Insiders described their time together as warm, relaxed, and genuine, and the footage backs that up. After the glittering state banquet on September 17th, where tiaras and gowns took center stage, the two traded royal sparkle for tweed, suede, and autumn tones as they headed to Frogmore House the next day for their first official joint engagement. There, Catherine and Melania spent the afternoon with the youngest scout group, the Squirrels, rolling up their sleeves for bug-themed crafts, a picnic, and plenty of laughter.
What are you drawing? Come and show me.
A palace insider even told Hello that Melania was super relaxed and genuinely enjoyed her time with Kate. According to a White House insider, Kate's invitation was the highlight of Melania's entire trip. And let's be honest, seeing Melania this at ease isn't exactly something we're used to.
It's a great success.
Now let's talk fashion, because of course every detail was planned down to their outfits. They both turned to Ralph Lauren in warm autumn shades, but while Kate completed her look with heels, Melania made a rare choice and opted for flats. Yes, flats. And if you know Melania, you know that's a big deal. She rarely takes off her heels. Seriously, she even wore stilettos while pregnant. But here, she ditched them, and many are reading it as a subtle nod of respect to Kate. Almost like saying, I'm not here to tower over you, I'm here to stand beside you. Interesting contrast, too, since she never did that for Camilla. In fact, during the banquet, a video even showed Melania ignoring Camilla at the table. Coincidence? You decide. Melania and Catherine's outing wasn't just about photo ops, it came with some thoughtful touches. The kids received honey from the White House tied up with red ribbon, along with sandwiches made using honey from Kate's Norfolk estate, Anmer Hall. To top it off, Melania added her own flair by handing out red, white, and blue scout neckerchiefs, a small gesture that blended both traditions perfectly. Chief Scout and TV presenter Dwayne Fields, who was leading the event, called the whole thing heartwarming, and even hinted that Kate and Melania might team up again, maybe this time in the US? Can you imagine? A Princess and First Lady project? Now that would turn heads.
Work with me to empower children to achieve new heights across our planet.
But the moment that stole the show came from the scouts themselves. One of the little ones looked at Melania and asked if she was going to be the next princess, and Melania reportedly handled it with a sweet gesture toward Kate, saying, "She's the only princess here." Honestly, you've got to admit, that's a pretty charming moment. It would be lovely if Melania truly found a genuine friend in Kate, especially since so little is known about her personal circle, if she even has close friends at all. Take Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, for example. Stephanie once considered Melania more than just a friend. She followed her to Washington, D.C., helped orchestrate the 2017 inauguration, and even advised her as the incoming First Lady. But that friendship took a sharp nosedive when accusations of outrageous overspending during the inauguration surfaced. And guess who Melania let take the fall?
Melania and I first met when I was at Vogue, and it was before she had met Donald. She was single, she was striving, she wasn't, a Vogue cover model yet. So the Melania I first met versus the Melania there is today is a very different person.
Stephanie says Melania threw her under the bus, allowing the media to paint her as the culprit behind the financial fiasco. I begged her to just come out and say that I was her friend, I was loyal. Nope, nothing, Stephanie shared in an interview. So the betrayal, the pain of that was like, I gave up my whole life for this woman. No one else would help Melania. I mean, she was alone. Stephanie admits she should have known better, adding, she is just like her husband. Ouch.
She was my friend. She was different than Donald was. She was different than the other Trump children.
And now?
Oh, a Trump is a Trump is a Trump.
Things got so bad that Stephanie started taping her phone calls with Melania. Yep, you heard that right, taping their conversations. And those tapes became the foundation for her book, Melania and Me. What's wild is that even after Stephanie was cast out of the White House, she and Melania kept talking.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No,
where I am, I'm working like a asked my ass off.
I know.
That Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Remember Melania's infamous I don't care jacket? The one she wore on a trip to visit migrant kids? Well, Stephanie called her about that too. At the time, a mutual friend of theirs, fashion designer Hervé Pierre, was getting dragged online. People assumed he was responsible for the jacket because he designed dresses for Melania in the past. But the jacket was a $39 find from Zara, not a custom design.
Why did you wear it?
I wore the jacket to go on the plane and off the plane, and it was for the people and for the left-wing media who are criticizing me, and I want to show them that I don't care.
Stephanie begged Melania to clear things up and defend Hervé. Melania's response? She admitted Hervé had nothing to do with the jacket, but refused to make a statement. Instead, she laughed and said, "I'm driving liberals crazy, that's for sure. And they deserve it." Talk about callous. Stephanie was horrified, saying Hervé was devastated by the backlash. When I sent Pierre the photograph of the jacket, he immediately wrote me back saying, "Is this Photoshop?" And I wanted so desperately to say yes, Stephanie recalled. And the callousness didn't stop there. Stephanie says even getting Hervé paid for his work on Melania's first dress was like pulling teeth. She added, "There is no empathy or remorse for the fact that here's someone who was blamed because he's known as her stylist."
Well, about the controversy of this White House, I don't have so much to say.
But let's get back to the recordings. Stephanie knew it was a risky move. After all, taping a friend is a pretty big betrayal in itself. But according to her, Melania wasn't a friend anymore by the time she hit record. When I pressed record on the conversations I had with her, it was only after she, Donald, and the Presidential Inauguration Committee tried to make me the scapegoat and to falsely accuse me for the overspending of $107 million of the inaugural funds, Stephanie explained. Her reason for recording was simple: self-preservation. First and foremost, I taped to protect myself because I needed to be protected once I knew I was going to be under investigation.
When I first started taping Melania, I had already left the White House and had already been accused of a criminal crime.
But what do you think? Was hitting record the right move, or does it cross a line? Well, it's tough to keep friends when you're in Melania's position. With the constant spotlight and pressure, sometimes you have to be ruthless to protect yourself and not get broken by it all.